So two things. Number one is that they are trying to rattle the cage and scare whoever they think they want to scare. Or number two, they are following the tow line of the APC.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Plan B TV News. The DSS statement on an interim government plot does not reassure me that it is without prejudice, citing Endsars-style protests and frivolous lawsuits as method of overthrowing the government is beyond the boundaries of the DSS. They do not qualify to determine what case is frivolous or not. They seem to be towing the line of the ruling party APC with this allegation as a scare tactic, Professor Usman Yusuf, public policy expert, stated during a Rise News interview. Details in the video.
Good. I have a lot of respect for the DSS, but they have not reassured me that what they are doing is without prejudice. I looked at what they were saying, that the method they say these suspects are going to use to incite riots across several cities in the country, like Endsars, which they failed. They failed to preempt. Endsars was essentially an intelligence failure. So is the DSS trying to overcorrect for their failure of Endsars insurrection? Another thing they're saying, or the second method these guys are going to use is frivolous lawsuits.
Yes, I was coming to
right.
that.
So who is the DSS? Is the DSS qualified to say any case is frivolous? That's not in the, they should drive within their lane. It's not up to them to say a case is frivolous or not. It's not. So they are driving into somebody else's lane. Essentially, this is what the way I see it. Number one or two things. Number one is that they are trying to rattle the cage and scare whoever they think they want to scare. Or number two, they are following the tow line of the APC. Because the APC, the screaming part of the APC, were the ones who started this idea of interim government. One even was saying the coup. And to the same DSS that invited him for invitation. Or now all of a sudden the DSS is towing that line. Say, oh, the interim, then DSS, when did you know this? Did you know this after the screaming part of APC started saying this? So you are towing the line of the ruling party, number one. Number two, you are essentially, and I looked at what they were saying, they were even warning or advising the judiciary not to. So you're telling people the right to protest in a democracy is enshrined in our constitution. We see what's happening in France. We see what's happening currently in Israel. Democracy is messy. People have the right to protest and agitate.
Absolutely.
Within legal terms. So the DSS, what I see is, are they using whatever they are saying as an alibi to go after people or to stop people from doing that which the Constitution gives them the power to do?
Which is a peaceful process.
Absolutely, peaceful protest.
And
anywhere
also
in this
the right
country.
to go to court.
Absolutely, the right to go to court, the right to peaceful protest is theirs. And that is what this DSS statement is coming out to tell us. Oh, they are going to protest or they are going to court. Hello, this is the right of every citizen to do that. And all the parties that are aggrieved with this election have taken the.
However, on the other hand, despite the hurt of the injury Atiku, Obi, Okowa and Babadati Ahmed have endured for the result released by the INEC, they have not sought to self-help. They have been restrained and measured and have gone to court to seek redress. For any individual or government to accuse them of fascism, insurrection behavior or treason is solely unbecoming and irresponsible, Professor Udenta, socio-political analyst, added. Details in the video.
When the life we lead conflicts with the constitutional provisions, tension is noted. For example, what do I mean? If an election is organized in a fraudulent manner and result declared not in concert with the expectations of the people, there is a wide gulf between constitutional order and practice. This is what happened with the Arab Spring. Virtually all the countries of the Arab Spring had constitutions, had parliament, that make laws. But when there is a gulf between the laws you make and the way the laws are implemented, and that gulf becomes wide by the day, people could decide to seek self-help. We wish that this democratic process does not end up at the level of self-help. For now, the key gladiators have been measured and restrained, those who feel hurt and injured by the result INEC declared after the 25th February presidential election. Atiku Abubakar of PDP is well restrained. He's gone to court. His deputy, Governor Kowa, is well restrained. He's gone to court. Peter Obi is well restrained. With that, I mean, well restrained. In spite of that, these very tough words. That's why they're seeking the judicial process for adjudication. So for anybody, either in government or out of government, to talk about fascism or fascistic behavior or insurrectional behavior or treasonable behavior is sorely unbecoming and completely irresponsible at this stage. The country is hurting and people are hurting. What they need is an assurance from the powers that be, the government of the day, that justice will be secured. That's why the courts are there. What they need from INEC is to pick itself up from the tattered dignity, of this broken life, and they begin to think about what could have happened if we had done things in a different form. When you cast aspersions on people, you do not know the consequences of those aspersions they cast on them. I speak with a sense of responsibility. In 2011, Lai Mohammed is part of APC. 2011, our dear president, and I respect the institution of the presidency, and I respect the person of the president, they didn't behave properly. The dogs and baboons were caught up in blood. Hundreds of core members, youth corpus, young, vibrant boys and girls serving this country were cut down in the prime of their life. Thousands of houses were razed across the north because they felt injured by the result of that 2011 election. And millions poured out in the street. Atiku hasn't done so, and neither has Obi done so. So for a government functionary like Lai Mohammed to speak about treason in faraway America is irresponsible. And for a revived Wole, the Nobel laureate, we all respect him as a sage, as Kongi, to descend into the fray, having lost his moral compass in this particular circumstance, is equally very shocking for people like us who hold him in high esteem. So as we await the adjudicatory processes unleashed by the judiciary from the tribunal to the Supreme Court, the debate must be robust. The engagement must be keen. Look at Paris. That's the doyen of European civilization. For months caught up in only cycles of violence and petitions and protests and marches. That's the beauty of democracy. You can't shut down conversation.
Alright guys, this is what I'm going to be heading the video today. Do you enjoy this particular video? If you do, please do not skip without you commenting your thoughts in the comment sections and give these videos a thumbs up. This is the only way you can support the growth of this channel. For all our returning subscribers who year to year or time to time always come to support the growth of our content, thank you very much. May God continue to bless you. Thank you. Until we meet again, do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first person to be notified anytime we upload a new content. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe and be among the Plan B TV team. Thank you very much. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe to get notified. And as you they show your support, now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bed.
Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV. Oh, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV.